Hey guys, welcome back to the Mr. Rossi Drawing Studio. This is the third part of the Mr. Rossi Duck Trilogy. Now this guy, I know you guys don't know, not too familiar with, because he's one of those little lost in time cartoons, but you're going to love this one. This guy right here is Count Duckula. From the Count of Transylvania, in the Hamfire Hall of Famer, there's no one in the world like Duckula. Count Duckula. Guys, it's going to be an awesome, fun adventure. This guy right here, you don't know nothing about. You will know about him. You'll know how to draw him before you leave this video, and you leave that little like down below. Totally free. Helps this channel to grow. But before we get to growing, grow where you know. With your mom, your dad, your tío, your tía, your perro, your gato, your conejo, your abuelo from across the street, to this new friend you met at Walmart, and the Mr. Rossi Drawing Channel. You let them know. Let them all know about the greatness of this channel, how much fun you have, and how they should subscribe. Guys, let's get that pencil made out of wood. Be careful. Don't you go sticking that Count Duckula with it. Try to kill him. Don't kill him. Let's get started in this awesome adventure. Okay, we got the last one coming up now. Let's do no, not Dark One. We did that one. Count Duckula. That's probably one of my favorites. Next to the DuckTales, Count Duckula is my favorite. Far more than Darkwing Duck. I saw way more episodes as a kid of Count Duckula than I did of Darkwing. You would think it'd be the other way around because Darkwing was more like Batman. Anyway, I'm ranting. Let's begin. So Count Duckula, I start him off with a capital letter Y. Why not? So I start Count Duckula off, capital letter Y. Just like that. And then I'm going to draw the same little triangle right here. That same little triangle right there. Now I'm going to start at the top, and I'm just going to draw a little number 1 and another little number 1. There's a little number 1 and another little number 1. And now I'm going to do the same thing here, but make it a little bit longer. So you see, I made it just a little bit longer. And now I'm just going to draw like the letter V, letter W, letter M. We've done it before in my complete Duck Trilogy. Okay, so you kind of look like the letter M or W or a couple of letter V's. Let's do the same thing over here. Make sure you take your time, guys. You know, you don't have to rush this. If it seems to you that I'm going fast, listen, I spend most of my day drawing and the last, I don't know, almost my whole life drawing. So I have a lot of practice. Now, to draw his cocoa, because we just drew the top of his cocoa, I kind of look at that little point right here. And with my mind, I go like this and draw a little number 1 going diagonal right there. And I do the same thing here. I always start like right about here and my head right there. And I'll just draw another one right there. And his eyes go right in the middle. It's just one big sad face here. And one over here. And they gotta kind of touch just like that. And then he's got just a little and a little. So again, it's just kind of like they gotta touch right in the middle. And you just want to put like the little dots up in there. And then he's got this expression on his face, which is 2 little sad faces like that. And that's the beak right there. You're almost done with the beak. So for the beak, like we've done for the other 2 characters, you always want to put like a little, well, we didn't do it for Darkwing, but we definitely did it for Scrooge. I put like a little sad face here and another sad face right there. I did a sad face right here and a sad face right there. And then I'm going to put just a little sad face, little sad face. And I'm going to draw my little sad face. I'm going to draw a little happy face here and a little happy face right there. I want to kind of close this. So I'm going to put my little happy face, sad face, and a happy face. Just want to close that. And then my happy face, and I want to close that. And I put a little number 1
Sorry, it's so easy. I just want to finish it with the Sharpie. And I put like a little sad face from one side to the other. You can put his little nose just like you do the two little dots, 1 and 2. Okay? Perfect. There's his Coco, his face, and his beak. Yeah, of course, you could do this too, right? You got to put the little happy face right here, or sad face, just a little line, just like that. Okay? Don't make sure it does not go all the way across. You don't need to do that. So let's start with his neck. You put that little number 11 right here. And you want to put, let me put that little number 11 right there. Don't close it, because to close it, I'm going to put just a little circle here. And then I'm going to draw like a little triangle on the left and another one on the right. This little bow tie. So I closed it with a little circle. I put a little triangle on the left and a little triangle on the right for his little bow tie. And he's got a cape, right? So I'll just start that from anywhere here. Just kind of just go number 1 and just go out like this. A number 1 and it's just going out like this. And then a number 1 that goes back. A number 1 that goes back. And again, you can see that if you've been paying attention to my videos, right? I try to make sure that everything is connecting. I just started noticing that I do that without even thinking, right? So like right here, this sad face here is going to go all the way to where that little corner of the beak is. You see that I do that again here. I'll just stop where the beak is. See how it stops right in that little corner, that little corner? I did the little corner of the bow tie. Okay, so now from the bottom of the bow tie, I'm just draw a happy face. Little happy face. Put a little circle in there and a little circle in there. Now I'm going to draw, we're going to draw his arms. And I'm going to start his arms, and let's start it right about here. Just draw a number 1 and another number 1. And let's not do anything to that. Number 1 and a number 1. And let's put a little rectangle, but I start that little rectangle with a little happy face. And then I finish that little rectangle. A little happy face, and then I finish that little rectangle. Happy face, and then finish the little rectangle. The bottom is also a little happy face. Okay, now I'm going to go back and finish this little jacket. So I'm just going to go the letter V or M. And I'm going to go ahead and just, let's finish this off with a happy face from here to the other side. So I went letter M, and then a happy face from here to the other side. And if you go like this, just draw a little triangle. There's his jacket. These are the lapels. And then we're going to draw his hand again, just a little, same little, like, I'll start with a little letter V, and then I just do my letter M or W, Started with the letter V, and then I did my letter M or W, Now his legs and feet are super duper easy. We're going to start right here at the bottom of these two little corners. Well, actually bring them in a little bit and just draw little number 1, a little number 1, and another number 1 right in the middle. That was like a little number 1, a little number 1, and another little number 1 right in the middle. And then his cape, because it's going to go in the same direction. This one I am going to start from this little corner. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. What I meant was I see how I started my right there at the bottom of those little triangles there. Okay, so his feet is, again, just like we've done before for our ducks in our, so far in our duck trilogy. I'm just going to go with a number, I'm going to put my pencil right here in the middle. I'll draw my number 1, and then another number 1 on the left, and another number 1 on the right. And I'm going to, let me do it for you so you can see it better. So it's like, almost like a little triangle right here. Little number sad face here, little number sad face over there. And then you can just close it with either the two sad faces, two happy faces, two happy faces, or you can see it as the letter M. So I do my two little happy faces, And there is Count Duckula. But again, as you guys know, I do not like to leave my drawing floating in the air. We draw a little background for him. He drew a little bit of his castle. I'm going to start here with a sad face. And I'm going to start with a little bit of the brick wall of the castle. It's just like a number 1. And then I draw my little rectangle, but I like to give it a little flair. See how I make my rectangles not straight, kind of like out. Boom. And then to add like make it look a little bit bricky, just draw like a little number 1 going there. Maybe another one over here. And I'll put like little number 1. And don't make them line up. Okay? Don't make them, meaning that you could see that they're staggered. They're not lined up. No, bricks don't line up like that. Okay? All right, let's go all the way to the top right up here. Let's do the quick little towers. So I want to use this little corner up here. See if I can move my arm so it's not in your way. And I'm going to start right there in that little corner there. And I'm just going to start with like a little happy face. And I draw again on the other side, little happy face. And I'm going to close it with happy face. And I'm going to draw the same thing over on this side. So I do like a little happy face and a little happy face. And I'm going to close it with a happy face. So let me show you again. That's happy face. Happy face. Close it with a happy face. Happy face. Happy face. Close it with a happy face. Again, these are the 2 towers. Not to be confused with Lord of the Rings 2 towers. So I'm going to put my pencil right up in here and just draw another happy face. And one over here. And this one I'll just go until I touch. So again, I just go happy face. I'm going to go ahead and trace that number 1. I'm going to trace this number 1. I'm going to draw my little happy face. And I'm going to put another little one right here up in the middle. I'll just start with, let's start with triangle. From one corner to the other. And I'll do that 2 times just to fill up the top. Start a little triangle right here. From one corner to the other. And then the top, you can see that I've really filled up the background. I'm not done with this castle yet, y'all. Got to add some details. I'll start with like the windows. Just put a little sad face first. Close it at the bottom. And maybe do another one. Kind of looks like eyes. I'll put one over here. And again. And I'll put one right. Let's put a little circle here just to change things up a little bit. And I'll put some little design in here. I'll just put like the letter W. With an extra little, if I need to. Whatever I do on one side, I'll do on the other. And I'll put here like just a little happy face, a little sad face. And again on the inside. There we have my little windows. If you want to draw like little bats, just to draw a little bat up there, you could draw like a little moon right up in here. Letter C. And you could draw a little bat. Just put a little bat right up in here. So letter M. And then I'll just go up, down. And I'll just draw my little, let's go with kind of like a little, that's like the letter V. And I just draw another letter V. And I'll just draw a little bit one right there. And then a little happy face. Boom. There you go, guys. Don't forget to write your name down here. And as always, you know, I like to stick around. I want you to stick around so that you can see me color up this guy in QuickTime Reality and then close the video off for your enjoyment. All right, guys, as always, let's check it out. Color style, get your crayons, and let's color this guy together. You might want to erase a little bit, guys. Don't forget to always like erase little lines that you don't want messing up. Like I didn't want that little line messing up. And maybe like this little line right here, I don't want messing up. Because if you don't erase it, when you go to color over it, that these lines that I erase are going to really pop out. So if you don't want those things to happen, just give it a little, like, I don't mind this. Guys, gives it like a little shadow. I do mind this line right here. I don't want that guy up in there. So I will erase that one. But everything else is fine. Maybe this little bit right there I don't want. A little bit right there. But definitely I don't want anything in that eye because I'm not going to color those eyes. So I want nothing in those eyes. And now I got it prepped and ready for color. That's the next stage. That's the next job of the artist. Or some other artist that does coloring. All right, guys. Let's watch it. Count Duckula. We drew him, we traced him, and we gave him some color. Count Duckula. Guys, as always, it was a pleasure putting this together for you. This concludes the Mr. Rossi Duck Trilogy. Hope you enjoyed doing this channel or doing this video with me as much as I had fun doing this video for you. As always, guys, if you leave a little thumbs up down below, it's totally free. Lets YouTube know that you love the Mr. Rossi channel. You want to see more of these goodies. Guys, until the next video, as always, I tell you, please be excellent to yourselves and to others.